One.
Hi everyone, my name is Zach.
And I'm Zane, and welcome to the AZ Podcast. Yet another week without A.
Well, you got the Z here.
There's two Z's. And we're doing a special edition where we are going to talk about some of the sweet things going on in Modern Masters 17. And then we are going to do a practice little virtual draft on a simulator online because it's not on MTGO yet. But we could still draft the set.
Yeah, no, drafting this is fun.
So, what do you think about Modern Masters as a whole? Just so we talk about it a little bit before we go through the draft.
So, like, for someone who doesn't care about the monetary worth of cards, I think the format's great, and it's gonna be makes a lot more people, I guess, easier to get into the modern format right now with fetches going down.
Correct. I know a lot of people are happy about the fetches going down. I myself also don't care about the monetary value, but I drafted the format twice already, and it has been phenomenal experiences. One time I was almost falling asleep while doing it and still had a good time, which means that it's really a good format. So this format is all of the great things you enjoyed in the past, like populate, flickering things, 4-color, 5-color control decks. It's just all the great stuff. Cruel Ultimatum is in the set. It's just so much fun.
I think also like a big reason why I like this set so much is the fact that these were a lot of the cards I started playing with, like when I started playing Magic. So like I get to play with them again.
Yeah, me too as well. I started right in Return to Ravnica. So
Yeah, I started in Scars and Zendikar, so like
okay.
a lot of the cards are from there.
You doing all right, bud? You like ducking out of the camera?
Oh, I had a little bit of an itch. I'm sorry.
You're shy. You're shy.
I was a little scared.
Skitterish. Skitterish? I don't know about that one. Skittish.
Skirmish? Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
Whatever. Well, we can talk a little more about the draft archetypes after, but let's jump right now and do a little simulation over here.
Oh yeah.
So, let's take a look at our first pack.
I know my first pick.
I think it's the Insane card. So there's some sweet cards in this pack. I enjoy Flicker Wisp quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think that card's very strong. This Dampening Matrix is Garbo.
And I think this is like a good pack to demonstrate, right? Because like obviously there's some insane rares and mythics in the format, but like this one shows like you don't first pick a rare always in this set.
Right.
And like taking the uncommon here, which I would take, just shows like the power level of what goes on here.
Yeah, I think Brownspeak Moa is definitely the most powerful card in this pack.
Yeah.
I actually, before seeing this pack, I didn't know what the card did. So I did draft back then a bit, but I didn't draft enough. This card is insane, especially with Flicker and Populate. Like, you just go crazy.
Like I said, I think it was one of the first picks back then. If not first pick, was like second pick if you saw it.
And even better now.
Oh yeah.
Soul Ransom is okay as well.
It's like notable other cards you have here is like the Flickerus, like you mentioned, and
Augur Spree.
Augur Spree for removal. That's really about it though. Like there's nothing else that like jumps out.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm happy with a lot of cards coming off the wheel from this.
You'll see it in this pack will already demonstrate some of the rarity shifts. Soul Ransom used to be a rare.
Yep.
And they realized how underpowered it was, so they made it uncommon. So we're gonna take the Brownspeak Moa and go to the next pack.
All right. So like we first picked a green white card.
Yes.
And
do you want to kind of bounce off that with the Rockswar Monk? Because that card is sick.
It's a good card. Like it's either I guess Rockswar Monk or like one of the lands, right?
Right.
Like that's what I would take.
There's a lot of lands in this set, and lands are very. You're gonna get powerful cards, right?
And you got to be able to cast them.
A lot of the limitation of this set is not the power level of your cards; it's the ability to cast your cards on time.
Yeah. So like even though like there's gonna be a lot of tap lands allowed in your decks, you're gonna be able to have like the perfect mana when it comes to fixing, because like there's a lot of times you splash a color or two at least.
I mean, I've drafted this set already, and I had a draft where I had 4 Guild Gates, a Triland, and a Shimmering Grotto. Like I could cast everything. So I think I would lean towards more of a Guildgate here, even though Rock Swarmock's insane. The question is, which one do I want? And
So I think based off the first pack, there was a lot of green red cards.
mm-hmm.
So I think I'll go with the Gruul one.
Yes. Yes, I agree. So let's take that Gruul. And ooh, there are some good cards in this pack. So some more cards with rarity shifts. Magma Jet, notable.
Mystic Genesis,
Yeah, that's right.
Ancient Grudge. Ancient Grudge
So
went from a common to uncommon now.
yeah,
Whoa.
I think some sweet cards in this pack for the green-white deck are Call of the Conclave. That common is super strong. I really like that common. Sensor Splicer is also pretty good as a common.
Especially reflecting off of Moa, right? Because that's 2 triggers.
Yeah, exactly. 2 triggers and those golem adjusters, I like to call them. They're not golem lords, but like
Right.
golem helpers. They're really nice. The blade splicer, the sensor splicer, the regenerate one,
Trample one.
the lord one, the trample one. They're all very good, especially in the green white shell, where you can then populate the golems and you can get even more. But I think the pick comes between Sensor Splicer and Sunhome Guildmage.
Okay, good. Because if I was, that's the card I was probably picking. Was the Sun
Right.
Home.
And I'm gonna take the Sunhome here because like this is an insane card.
I agree
So,
with that, and I think we're also going to see more splices. Like I don't think this is going to be like the only splicer we
right.
see either, because there's so many of them.
This might be the only Sunhome we see though, and Sunhome is just busted.
Yeah, and it still works with our first pick, right? With making tokens.
Right, and we already took the red land to help with it. So, and Naya is a good place to be
Yep.
with the token making and the creature beatdowns because you can get some quick things, you can get some gore clans, you can get some, some aggressive creatures. So we're gonna take the Sunhome here. And look at that! Look at that!
So like you have the Jungle Shrine, which is probably the pick, but I also remember that Gruul War Chant was one of the best cards in that limited format.
Gruul World Chant's very hard to beat, but I think we'll get more powerful cards. I think taking the Jungle Shrine, especially after taking 2 very strong green-white cards and white-red cards, I think is a very good decision.
Yeah, I think that's a safe pick. I think the more greedy pick will be the Gruul War Chant.
Yeah.
So I guess that depends on how you like to draft. I think, but yeah, like I agree. I think the Jungle Shrine is definitely the safest one.
I love to just have like 8 dual lands and just
So
be able to
like,
cast all my spells.
I guess it depends, right? Because if we're going a little bit more aggressive, I think you don't want as many in this deck.
Right.
But
you want
like
them for
you
turn
still, you
one.
still, you still want 2 or 3 at least.
So I think I would take the Jungle Shrine here.
Yep.
Like this is more greedy, and we don't really know if we're like what exactly we're in. Wow. So Cavern of Souls is the money pick, but
Right, but we're not here to draft money.
we're not here to
we're,
draft money.
We're here to win GPs.
we're here in the gym, win the GP. Call of the Conclave is sick. So is Death Hood Cobra. The card is very decently strong. I don't like any of these lands. These are all off color, and we already have taken a decent amount of lands, and we don't need the off colors. So considerable cards here are Gift of Orzhova and Call of the Conclave and Death Hood Cobra. What are your thoughts?
I think just call the Conclave. It fits our curve a little bit better.
Yeah, and it's in the main colors.
Yeah. Well, we really don't have main. We took one
that's
green
true.
white card and one red white card. So
That's right. We haven't really taken much.
and 2 lands. But yeah, I think Call of the Conclave is probably the better pick.
Yeah.
Oh well. I
Well-
think this one is definitely going to be
well-
the Wayfaring Temple.
The temple that was downgraded from a rare to an uncommon, which is I have no idea why because it's just busted.
Well, yeah, it's busted and limited, but like it's not to the point where it's unbeatable either. It's just
True.
it's really good though. It's like one of those
True.
mythic uncommons that you get. I think it's better than the land. I think it's better than the Sky Knight, especially because you already have 2 lands for fixing.
Exactly. But we're gonna take this. It also goes along with our Conclave and Moa picks. So there's Sundering Growth here, or Wake of Reflections.
Or Thunderstorm
Or-
Trumpeter.
Yeah, or Trumpeter. Trumpeter is one of the best red-white uncommons.
I'm also not even unhappy with the Sky Knight.
I like all of those picks. I really like Wake of the Reflections in this format. And we are like going towards a token deck.
That's fine. We could take one. We're not guaranteed to play it. I
Right.
think I think that's also a safe pick. I think because we're gonna see more of those in 3 packs because we don't get cut by anything, right? Like that.
Right.
So I think I would probably either take like the Gruul Guildgate to hit our third one, our
Okay.
third mana, or just a creature.
I think we should take the Gruul Gate. Although the Trumpeteer is insane.
I think actually the Trumpeteer is better. We already have two
Yeah.
lands, and we're definitely gonna see more lands. Like
Yeah,
I think
let's
at this point we kind of want a green white land or a red white land.
sure, let's take the Trumpeteer.
Yep.
Um this pack is thoughts.
So I was almost considering the core Skyfisher until I realized it's not a May. I still think that's probably better though than anything else in this pack.
The card's fine. Like we're not a pitfall trap deck.
No,
Soul Warden is like the only other card I would think about.
it's not like
It's bad.
I
It's
think that's
like
all in dedicated popularly, which we're not in.
right. And I think Core Five Fisher Skyfisher is really decent with the MOA because you can bounce like you can play a it's
Yep.
really good if you get the Golem Makers.
Right.
So
Which we're gonna hedge it. Well, which we're probably gonna take any that we see now.
yeah, so we're gonna take the Core Skyfisher.
Here's our
Uh,
first pack.
Here's our first pack. Giant Baiting's very bad.
Yeah, I'll probably take a gift.
The gift of
Well,
gift of
actually,
Rozoa is really
or
strong.
or revive. So like the issue with gift, it's like it's double white, which may not be the
Right.
easiest thing for us to cast. So revive may be safer.
But what
It's
does
probably
Revive
better.
get? Revive gets
Well, just anything that
bronze
happens in
beats,
Magic.
Call.
Oh, it's green card only, right?
It's only green card only. Yeah, yeah. Wayfarer Temple. I'm actually more towards the Gift of Orzhova because it's just a solid card, even though it's harder to cast.
Okay.
I'm not really impressed with Revive because it only gets green cards, and normally those. So it has to be a green card. It had to have died. You had to have already seen it.
Well, if we're more aggressive, is Madcap better? Probably not, right? Because there's a lot of bounce.
There's a lot of bounce, a lot of two
Yeah.
for ones, and you rather get 2 for 1 with a gift than a madcap. And
Okay.
I don't even love gift.
We
Like
might
a
even
gift is
we're probably not
insane.
gonna play it, but
Yeah,
so there's a red white land I was happy about.
yeah. I think we'll take the land over the legionary, even though
Yeah.
legionary is pretty sweet. We're only splashing right at this point, and we're going to leave open. So we're gonna take that.
Call the
Uh,
conclave.
Call it the
Oh,
conclave.
there's a sensor slicer.
There is a Splinter Slicer. I think we actually take the Splicer here.
Yeah.
We're gonna see more
It works better
calls.
and it works better with the core.
Yes. And getting those splicers early makes it the other later golem makers better.
I would just hedge the land to be honest. Hedge the land.
Yeah, true. And the land.
Well, no, you take the cabinet at this point.
Well, for money, yeah.
I mean, it's packed. Oh, take the Guildgate.
Yeah. We wanted that.
Yeah.
So let's just take a quick look at our last pack before we look at the next pack.
So we're a little bit light on creatures, but I think that's gonna be fine. Like, I don't think we need any more mana.
Yeah. I think we're pretty good on the mana. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is probably all we want to play anyway.
Yeah.
So, and we have a decent amount of. So it looks like green white is going to be stronger at this point.
It looks like white's our main color
Yes.
with green and red.
Looks like green is our secondary color and red's our
Yeah.
third at this point in terms of mana costs. And here's the pack. So let's analyze. I love Avacyn's Pilgrim. I love Root Baron Defenses.
I like Slaughterhorn. I like Might of Old Corrosa, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I like Misery Mortar.
Me too. Why is it down there? Oh, it's the foil
It's
slot.
probably, yeah, I'm saying it's probably the foil.
That's a foil slot. I like Misery more than the best, I think. Even though it's our splash color.
We don't have any removal, and like we do need to get through with our creatures.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's tied between Pilgrim and Mortis, to be honest.
Yes. Pilgrim is really good. I
Yeah.
think it is Mortars, though.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's Mortis.
It's more of a blowout card, and it's just a very solid removal spell.
Yep.
Terminus. that we're not taking because there's a Flicker Wisp, a Rootborn Defenses, a
I
Slime Molding.
I think you take Gears Anthem.
Give it Gaze Anthem. Okay. I haven't played this card yet. I think it's great.
It just makes our like mediocre creatures right now better by themselves.
I think this card's insane. The problem is it's double green and it's not like our main color, but
But like,
I think
if you were thinking about taking the Flickers, that's double white.
sure, which was our main color.
Fair, but like, I think Anthem it has more upside than anything
And
else.
I think we already have such good fixing that it shouldn't
Yeah,
matter
our
as
fixing's
much.
gonna be perfect,
So, all right. There's another one.
obviously.
Obviously. I like the Rootborn to call. I don't like a second anthem.
No, you only need one.
I like the call. I think because we're a little short on creatures,
Yeah, I think we have to have a creature here.
and that two drop slot is really good.
Or we just take another temple.
Here's another temple.
There's no doubt about it. Like,
we
there's
could
no hesitation.
We could take the temple. I mean, there's other good cards we want to wheel, like the Splicer, the Eye in the Sky, the Jungle Shrine, the Youthful Knight. This is a good rare if you're in those colors,
Yeah.
but the temple is definitely the pick. Well,
I think it's Slaughterhorn.
you think so? Oh, over the Wake?
Yeah,
We have
I think
two conclaves already, though.
that's fine. I think a quote unquote combat trick is probably better.
Okay. See, this is where I would lean more towards the Wake. I think Wake's very strong, and I think it will get more token producers, but I'll take the Slaughterhorn.
I just don't want to ever like have such bad top decks also where like
True. True.
and Flinching Courage.
Flourishing Courage is such a strong card.
Yes.
So,
And that makes us Slaughterhound better as well at that point.
yeah. The other cards that are considerable are the Rootborn Defenses. That's about it.
And probably a seal for your sideboard.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of like enchantments that are good here.
So,
Actually, Dragon Fun is also considered,
Oh, yeah,
consideration.
it was. You're right. You're right.
but like I still won't take it over anything there.
All right. Now we can get Awake Reflections.
Yeah.
We already have one call, I think. Two calls.
I may actually take this Molten Rain.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good.
It's a good sideboard card against a deck style trying to go 4 or 5 colors.
You can just hit one of their dual lands that is fixing them really well.
Yeah.
So, Multirain seems good here. This Might seems amazing.
Yeah. I think
Although
that's better
Reborn
than,
Defenses, though, at this point, we need
I think
one.
I think we have one.
We have 0.
Okay, well I still think we take the Might.
Yeah, we have 0.
Okay, I still think we take Might.
That's fine.
I will take the next group one I see though.
Oh, like this
like
one?
that one, yeah.
Or this one?
I mean, yeah, but
Probably not playing 2.
no.
And this one. I think, although we're kind of short on playables at this point.
We have
But
we do have a lot
Iron
of
Sky's
lands.
not great. But Iron Sky does populate for the Centaurs as well.
Like that's best case scenario.
Yeah, but this is like the best land for us.
Yeah, I think we just take the Jungle Shrine. We could cut one of the. You'd obviously take the foil reserve for value.
Obviously, yes. That's the foil slot, so. Well, we can take this just
Yeah.
because. And too bad we're not playing blue because this card's insane.
Yep. Another
Another
damn
Damping
image. Snap it off, boys.
Snap it off.
You take the Splicer.
I didn't see the Splicer. I was looking at the Slime Molding. Yeah, the Splicer is definitely the best card. Slime Molding is probably the second
Yeah.
in our colors. So, don't see anything else here. If you're in other colors, this is very good. The Stinger.
I mean, you may play the Pinger. Depends on.
No,
Like-
another like as another. If you're playing something else, like more like a control deck,
Oh, sure. I mean, that's still fine by itself, though.
it's still good by itself.
Yeah.
We would play that, but the Splicer is better in our deck with the
Oh, for
populate
sure.
cards already. Well, so there's considerations in this pack for sure.
I do think Revive does get a little bit better in our deck now.
Yeah, I think Revive is better, but I still think the Signets are just insane. Even though it's
Yeah.
an off-color Signet.
That's fair.
And signets, if you get enough signets, you can play less lands.
Yeah.
So,
There's a good chance there's only a 16 land deck.
right. So I think we take the signet here instead of the revive because the revive comes back on the wheel.
Yeah.
Really, other good cards in the deck in this pack are Spinner's actually decent.
The
At
best
top
when you
end.
I would say if you're on a bigger though, I think bigger plan, not as much by itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least on the odd deck when we're trying to attack a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, it is a
Eagleton's a
5/7
very
card.
good card again. Grizzly Spectacle is an insane removal spell.
Yeah, I remember that card. Seagate
Grasp
Oracle.
of Phantoms is okay. Seagate Oracle is really good.
Yep.
So we're gonna take the Azori Signet. And here's another Signet, but how can we not take Battle Mage?
Oh, yeah, I think you have to take the Battle Mage.
This card's
Oh,
so good.
There's another Bronze Beak.
Yes. So the decision is between the bronze. There's a lot of good cards here. Boros Signet, Youthful Knight, Attendant Knight, Centaur Healer, Bronzebeak Moa, and Stormscape Battle Mage. We're getting something back. For sure. I think the Battle Mage is better than the Moa.
That's fine. It also helps with our curve a little bit.
Not really though. It's a 4/5 drop.
Uh, oh, it's a kicker, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, that still helps with our curve though, right?
Sure. I think it's the Battle Mage.
I think
over
it's
the
good.
Moa.
I think it's because flexibility of what
Yeah.
it does.
It does. It's really, really good. This Vital Splicer is one of the best splicers. 4
Oh, yeah.
mana, two creatures, and you just regenerate every turn. It's very good with the other ones. Where you can have Vigilance when you play the Vigilance one and this one, you just attack with Vigilant 3/3s that can then regenerate. It's so good.
Yeah.
I love me a Vital Splitter.
I was gonna say, I
here.
think you take the spider, and then I saw the splicer.
Okay. The Spider's good, but the Splicer's real good.
Yeah.
Here's
Attendant
another
Knight.
off. Here's another off-color Signet.
I think Attendant Knight's better,
But I think Attendant Knight's also better. It fits the curve really well. We're missing
Yeah.
it on the 3 slot.
and that's the issue: is the curve.
And it also helps with our populate cards.
Yep.
So it's the last pack, I think. No, this is no that we haven't seen, but I was wrong. So Slaughterhorn and Core Skyfisher here, and Hungry Spriggan, but I think it's a Core Skyfisher because we have a few. We have a few splicers.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, also, you can just sometimes get people with it.
I think here we could just like board the Sundering Growth.
I think the Sundering Growth is better than taking the Knight.
Yeah.
Knight's pretty good, though. We already have some removal, don't we, for enchantments and artifacts?
Nope.
We have that, but... Oh, we don't. Okay, that's fine. We'll take the Sundering Growth then. It's also good because it populates as well in our populate deck. Well, the Pilgrim is insane. Seeing this on the wheel is great.
So is Strength in Numbers. So is Lone
Yeah.
Missionary. This is all gross. Take the rest of the pack and walk home.
Yeah, and take the whole pack. I think we'll take the Absence Pilgrim
Oh,
now.
you know, you definitely take the Pilgrim.
Yeah, like you can play a 3-drop on turn 2 or a 4-drop on turn
Well,
3.
it's not even as much as that. You can go like turn 1, that turn 2, 2-drop, and play tap land, and then
Yeah.
have perfect mana at that point.
There's nothing really good in this. I mean, Dino Charge,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, this like it's if this is like F&M, you just hate the land here and just hate them out.
Yes. If this is a league, you take the Dino Charge.
Yeah.
Here's that revive we wanted.
Yeah, we'll board it for like the grindier matchups.
Oh, yes, here's the Moa.
Well, you take it because it's foil.
Yeah, it's foil. It's a foil Moa.
Actually, do we have any way of getting life? Because that would be like the only thing that you think of, like in the aggro matchup, if there is one.
I think we're fine, though, against the other aggro decks. We have 3/3s on turn 2.
That's fine.
I would take the Golgate here.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Or the Explorer, one of those.
Well, I think it's probably Germination.
Okay,
Because probably like in the right deck that card's insane.
sure. Soul Warden,
Yeah.
because it's in our colors, and I don't want to see that card. And there you go. So this is our deck here, and probably playing all these cards.
We're
Not
playing
the
all.
gift.
We're playing all of them.
We're not playing gifts. We're probably
All
not playing.
45 of them.
We're not playing Cavern.
We actually don't need to add any basics because we have the perfect amount because we just kept getting gates.
Yeah. Yep. We had the Anthem, the Call, the Temple, the Slaughterhorn, the Courage, the Wake, the Might, the Rootborn. We're playing one Rootborn, I believe. The Splicer, the Battle Mage, the Signet, the Splicer. We could probably play 16 land with this deck.
Yeah.
Knight, Pilgrim. Yeah, because we have Pilgrim and Signet. And Core Skyfisher. And the cool thing is, like, the cool thing with Core Skyfisher is if you're gonna miss a land drop, you can just play it and play the land again.
Yeah.
But that's especially a good argument. So I think this draft went pretty well. I like green white. I think it's one of the strongest archetypes.
I think that and blue white is probably the two best.
Yeah.
With the blue white blink deck.
Or like the 4-color control. It's like 4-color.
I think all of them are great.
Yeah. I mean, this set's great.
Yeah.
What can we say about this set even more? So, thanks for joining this little walkthrough of a draft, but more in-depth talk because we actually had time. We didn't have to rush for the timer and everything.
Yeah.
But I hope that this was helpful, and let
Hope
us
you
know.
enjoy all your Modern Master drafts.
Yeah, enjoyed all your Modern Masters draft. Let's know what you think, and get back to us. Zach is just out of frame as usual. He just doesn't like the camera.
I have a swirly chair, so I like to move.
He likes to move. He likes to move, and he likes to groove, and he
Oh,
likes to
yeah.
play Magic. So we'll see you back next time on A to Z.